Hello everyone and welcome to Armour Talk. Spitfire and Lightfoot Freddy, aka Digger Hole.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, sorry to say that Fiora Tango, Headshot, and I Talking won't be available for today. They're all out or completely not able to do it.
Well, yeah, noble things. Headshot is doing the charity stream, 24-hour stream, so understandable he cannot be with us today. So we're gonna do it together, and we're gonna look back at the interview of last week with Silentstalker.
And of course Global Ops, which I'm sure both of us have been playing quite a bit.
Yeah.
I, for instance, have done a 12-hour, well, in total 12 hours of streaming for Armored Warfare this week. I did a 6-hour stream yesterday, or 4 hours on Friday, and 2 hours on Thursday. Okay. And my opinion of Global Ops is that it's fun, but it needs some work. But first, let's talk about the interview of Silentstalker. Freddie, did you receive any reception for it?
Well, not much, actually, to tell you the truth. I dove into it myself because I was not present at the interview, so I listened to it, and what I noticed is that there are a lot of things. I know they are busy with a lot of things, and I think we will be surprised, let's say like this. Because he is true, he cannot talk about everything, and so it was a little bit, but if you read between the lines, you could hear there are a lot of things coming.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a huge amount of things about to be done.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm in general positive. Like I said before, if you give me half a cookie, I'm already happy. So, but Global Ops is of course the way forward for Armored Warfare. That's my opinion. If it's in this, how it is now, no, there should be things changing, really changing.
But it's a good first start.
Yeah, exactly. There are bugs, and that's always with when you start with new things. I must say I'm impressed by the gameplay because it is really, I love it. The gameplay is action-packed, 15 minutes long. You are squeezing your butt, and you have fun. But also you can be very frustrated.
Mm-hmm. Especially when your team doesn't pull their weight. I mean, for instance, I'm sure we've all had those top-tier MBTs sitting at the back doing nothing.
Yeah, shooting damage. And well, the thing is, I stopped doing that actually in chat. Like, come on, guys, we have to cap, we have to cap. Capping is winning. And somehow people don't want or don't, because the payout is, even if you lose, is quite positive. You know, you win either way. Credit-wise then, credit-wise. So you have nothing to lose actually. So why don't attack? That's the whole idea about it. Attack, play.
Yeah, be aggressive.
Be aggressive.
Go ham. I mean, I think many people forget that this isn't PvP where you have to conserve your health. Exactly. I mean, I'm sure many people probably follow the same methodical playstyle I do for PvP, which is if I do this, will I die? Okay, I won't do this. But in Global Ops, you can just go fuck it. I'm going ham.
Yeah.
And just have fun completely. And the kill all mentality from PvP, it doesn't serve well at all. It doesn't do anything.
Exactly. It's annoying because a lot of people are annoyed, and you notice when you come later at night, like yesterday night, for instance, you notice that the little bit more serious players are there because you see that the whole team is working, and that reflects. So later on in the evening, we had some quite interesting games last night, and actually a lot of fun. And even with 2 tiers lower, we were bottom tier, and still we had some effect in the game, and we could do great things because you don't have to mind about your health. Okay, die, I can respawn. Let's go on, you know? So it's epic, and that's definitely the way to go for Armored Warfare. And I think 80% of the player base is agreeing with this. Minimum. So.
The problem is the 20% who are very toxic people, you know, especially it's the PvE players who are losing the game for me. It's the
Yeah,
it's the PvE players
yeah,
that are camping at the back.
exactly.
It's not nice, and it does, and it's, I mean, I've seen it on the forum. It is very, very, very toxic.
It's sad actually because I read also the forum, and I'm sometimes really have to tell myself, just close it off, close it down, because it's not reflecting uh, the game as it is. I mean, you read things and you think, my God, I think you're simply not open to a new way of playing. PvP is simply not the only way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, this is fun, really. You have, okay, I cannot support one, I can support two. You have to be tactical. It has those ingredients that makes the game fun. And I think for us both, you as streamer, me as YouTuber, exciting times, because I get really, really awesome videos from people who are having so much fun in this game mode.
Yeah, same here. I managed to do a 20,000 damage game in my XM1A3.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was friggin' epic. Like 20,000 damage to other players in the.
Yeah.
You can't ever do that in a PvP match.
No, never. No, that's no, definitely not.
Although I'm sure although there are some pretty big drawbacks to global ops, and one is that it makes the other two game modes a little bit redundant. I mean, a long PvE match is 15 minutes. Your average PvP game is 12 minutes. For those games, you earn, well, for PvE, it's like on a good game, it's 300,000 credits.
Not more.
An epic match for PvP is what, 750,000? If you have
something like that. Yeah.
an average game in global ops for 15 minutes, the same amount of time as a PvP game, you are doing 2 to 3 times as much.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I mean, I've managed to get games where I've done like 2 to 3 million credits, and I'm just sitting like, hey, this is great, but
this is the way for me to go, because you grind your credits and faster way, and but PvP, but PvP doesn't. I think, and that will be the problem. Will not pay off as much. We tried to play PvP last week, and we didn't get into a game. It took us 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes.
Did you have difficulty adjusting to it after global ops?
Well, I don't know. Yeah, well, I had to tell myself not to go YOLO, because when I was driving my swings in PvP, I had to tell myself, okay, stay back, and I caught myself driving like nothing was going on and going full attack, full ham. So yeah, it is a little bit adjusting when you come from global ops to PvP. That's my experience, but a fun one. So
yeah, I managed to have some good games in PvP, but overall, I think global ops could probably use a bit of a credit nerf. I mean, it feels like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
I think it could justify paying out like millions, but at the moment, it just renders the other two game modes completely
but the thing
unworthwhile.
Yeah, but a question: did you play a lot of wars, Sophie, or not?
No, I always find competitive play to be completely boring for me.
Okay, but because I had some guys from the clan, they told me like, we play Lord of War, and it's also a quite fun mode or game mode to play, and I think Global Ops is the only gameplay actually that makes Armored Warfare stand out from the other two competitors like World of Tanks and War Thunder. So that will be the way forward. And as I heard that in 0.19 they will introduce a second map, and that's the point that I was trying to get to. They needed more maps. That's to begin with. Why?
Yeah, there's only so many times that, hey, let's all rush for the carrier can get exciting.
No, but now you have to rethink the next new map. A lot of people will again, like in the beginning of this map, stay behind, camp, because they don't know the map. And you will get again a lot of frustration by people who simply go in and, I'm dead. Who will simply go in and say, I will see it, how it goes, and I don't care. The thing that I hear throughout the community also is, if the new maps come, or they bring it map by map by map, majority will of course welcome it, but also again the frustration and the saltiness on the forums will be fed, if you know what I mean.
All the time.
All the time.
People like to get pissed off about everything, to be honest.
And yeah, and I don't understand why. And we talked already some episodes ago about this problem in any game, actually. What is going on? People are so spoiled is maybe the wrong word, but you have to give it. You have to always keep in mind it's an open beta, and that's the thing. You have to keep in mind it's an open beta and it's still in development.
Are you referring to the saltiness over balance 2.0?
Yeah.
Also, ready up, please.
Yeah. Hold on, I have to take something. Yeah. Hold on, I will take the same. Well, 2.0 is something that I am looking forward to, actually.
The thing is that we don't know what is in balance 2.0, and yet so many people are getting annoyed about it. They're making so many assumptions about it, and I have to go, hey, I don't know what the hell is in 2.0, and you don't either.
No.
Like, making a thread about it and instantly assuming everything is not going to help.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. People have to realize that what happened now in 0.18, the graphics, I had to get used to the graphics, to be honest. Really, I was really like, what have they done? Now, it's okay. It's simply a transition, and
people don't really like change, though.
And that's the whole fact, and that's the nature of people in general. Change, rather leave it as it is, but you want to go forward, right? You want to go forward with the game, and this game would have bled out if they would stay or would have stayed on the path they were on now, simply keep PvP and PvE and develop further. It would not simply would have bled out.
Yeah, I think everyone could probably agree that Armored Warfare with PvP is basically World of Modern Tanks.
No, well,
and you can bleed off some of the player base by doing that, but that won't want to make people go, hey, World of Tanks is a game I've played, was it 6 years now? Yeah, I'm really gonna well, they're not going to want to give up all that money they spend and all that time they do just for a PvP game. But things like Global Ops, the more maps coming in, fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
sincerely having fun and having laughs with your mates.
The last World of Tanks stream I did was called World of Tanks Drunk Through for a reason, because I was drunk and it was the only time I could have fun with it. You can have fun in Armored Warfare PvP, but it's just PvP. I want to do something different, and Global Ops does represent the ability to do something different.
Yeah, absolutely. It's the way forward, as we said already before. It will attract, and that's a little bit my concern. The marketing machine should start to work, because you need to have. Well, start with your new player base. If you start with Global Ops and with your marketing immediately, so to attract new players, well, it can only be a win, because they are simply having the choice to play a variety of game modes, and that's what people like, a variety. And like PvE also, it's great that it's here, because that's also something Armored Warfare stands out and now with global operations. So I am completely looking forward to Balance 2.0. Why? Simple. They're gonna give more realism to the vehicles. The feel of the vehicles will be more realistic, and of course, yes, it will be getting used to again. That's the only thing. And trust me, with 1 or 2 days playing, you are completely in it again, and I think you will like the game even more. That's my opinion. So they're working very hard on 0.19 and 2.0. And what I heard from the interview and read between the lines, that they are busy with a lot of very nice stuff. So give it an honest chance, you know.
Yeah,
That's all.
and it seems people kind of expect Armored Warfare to have the same kind of development process that World of Tanks has had 6 or 7 years to get used to.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like, hey, like, why aren't we getting patches every month? Why is this vehicle not being fixed? Why is this being changed?
Yeah.
The topic of vehicles being fixed, Global Ops does have some problems. I mean, I'm not sure if you've been a victim of the you're in a tier 6 in Global Ops, you go to the carrier and the only thing that's there is Centaur 120s.
No, not any problems with that because
I've had that and it is relatively painful. I mean, I've been the 120 doing that and it is extremely easy. As well as, you know, like tier 8 and below MBTs, with some exceptions, are, to be honest, in my opinion, useless in Global Ops because they're just too slow. I mean, Chieftain, I mean, like, if there's a Chieftain Mark 6 on the other team, I just laugh because the guy is, he's basically dead weight.
Yeah, no chance. That's a little bit also the because I think it's accessible from tier 5, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. And that's, I think, wise decision because, well, wise, I would love to play it in my, for instance, what do we have at tier 4? Also my IS-7, for instance, tier 3. But I don't think it would do the game justice, the game mode, with the lower tiers.
I mean, the lower tiers, to be honest, are meant to be skipped through unless you well they're meant to give you a rough feel of playing the game.
Yeah, yeah. But,
and you know, I mean, there are some serious issues of lower tiers right now. You know, AFE stomping everything.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Well, I get there are simply games coming by with really great games. What I see. But you see also often the same kind of vehicles being used. And we have to name one, and you named it already last week, the Salo. Is such a vehicle that is very popular, got already some buff of a nerf, but still it is quite
a seal clubber.
Well, seal clubber maybe, yeah. Well, in the in the right hands, it's definitely seal clubber, yeah, of course. But what I understood from Silentstalker is that they are busy on the lower tiers, the balancing and starting the way up. So we will soon see signs of the change in 0.19, right?
If we should do, yeah.
Correctly, yeah.
I think so. Don't, you know, quote us on that.
No, just I was just making notes and listening to Silentstalker. And also, of course, he cannot say everything. There are some things. Simply, guys, we have to wait and see when it comes. Give it a fair chance, and don't start being salty. And you know, wait until 2.0 is here, and then you can judge. And then still, bugs will be there, and still things have to be patched. And you know, it's still a game in development, so.
Yeah, and people like to forget that.
Yeah.
That it's still being changed. I mean, has War Thunder or World of Tanks ever gone through like a huge shift that 2.0 is going to go through? No.
Well, World of Tanks had such a, well, it was with the mechanics, right? With they had some rebalancing going on. I think the engine-wise.
Well, I mean,
I don't know because I don't
vehicle,
play.
and the meta-wise, I mean, the game
Yeah.
never went through that. I mean, it only went worse. I mean, you had things like premium credits, where you could basically just auto-pen people
Yeah.
and stuff. No, neither of the games have ever gone through such a huge change.
Mm-hmm.
And for the developers to change it so early on, it means that, hey, I'm going to support them with that because
Of course.
they're taking a risk. But
For sure. For sure.
yeah,
Also, you know, it's, and I understand the frustration. Don't get me wrong. It's not like you know, but some things that I read on the forum. Come on, guys. I know the North American guys who also watch this, by the way. There are a lot of people in North America who want to play this game, but simply have troubles getting on into a right game. Have to wait very long. I hope that will change very soon.
Global Ops has increased the NA population to some extent, but
Yeah, but still, there's the issue
but only on Global Ops, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the global ops will, and that's a little bit also my fear and the fear of some of the people that I know of PvP. Also, what Richard Taylor told us, like, okay, if it's going to be in such a way that global ops is going to simply overrule PvP with player-wise, then they are thinking of maybe even shove it together. So PvP and global ops, so that you can put in your favorite game mode, and but still are in the, how do you say that?
Pardon? In the same queue.
Well, the same queue, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, it didn't come to the right word.
It's alright.
And but that's also something that I'm a little bit like, I don't hope that is going to work out, or I mean, let global ops and PvP stand apart. I hope that PvP will simply be a different game mode than global ops and stays this way. But it all depends on the player base. So that's why the marketing and has to start off, I think, as soon as 2.0. That's my opinion.
Yeah, it should. And then obviously after that,
yeah,
what, 2.0, and then, you know, the tech trees finally come in.
Yeah.
Which is also something people get annoyed about. I mean, I'm not sure about you, but by now I've basically got everything in the game.
Yeah.
Well, in the game right now that I want to. I'm not particularly enthusiastic about getting other vehicles currently in. I'm waiting for the Korean vehicles, the Japanese vehicles, the Asian vehicles, the European vehicles, the French line, for example, and having to wait for 2.0 and then the vehicles coming afterwards. I mean, yeah, you can understand that there's no point getting those vehicles. They then change immediately afterwards. But waiting.
Yeah, the waiting now is simply for a lot of players who simply are crying out for new vehicles, and it's their decision to simply wait until 2.0, and understandable, of course, with rebalancing. But it could also, well, turn bad for Armored Warfare if it takes too long with the new vehicles. Simply people will walk away, and that's a little bit my fear, that patience is not there to, well, let's say, if they would do it, for instance, in February, right after the new year, okay, because we have Christmas, the holidays coming, and then you want actually to have something to look forward to, right?
Yeah.
So you have 2 weeks off of school or work, whatever, and you can play. You have time to play. So what do you want to play? I'm going to play Armored Warfare. Okay, but I don't have, oh God, still nothing. You know, bring something with the holidays. I really hope I know they're looking at this and listening to this. So guys, think of the holidays. That can be something, can make and break. Let's say like this.
Yeah, like, hell, just give us like a reward vehicle. You know, you know, like a progression reward vehicle, and
like the patience vehicle, like
100
thank you for your patience. You know, like
well, yeah,
like
do that. You know, like 100 kills in PvP or Global Ops or something. You know, like a tier 5 AMX 30 or something. That'll give.
Did they do
you know,
it last year? Did they do it last year?
It was.
Yes, they did, right? Or not?
It was either. No. It was a Type
November.
59, wasn't it? It was log in on Christmas Day and get Type 59.
Type 59 was it? Yeah. Well, it was. Well, they can do similar. I like the IS7. It's also quite good. It's easy one, but it's everyone has it, and you know I love it. But of course, opinions are different. But yeah, do something like that, Armored Warfare. You know, with the holidays. But I think they will. I don't know, but I think they will. I know they ask a lot of patience from the players.
A lot of patience, yeah.
So, you know, make it right, and but let's not jump to conclusions. Simply wait and see what they're going to announce, because we are close by the holidays. We are in November now, so we will see. 0.19 probably will come before the new year, if I understood correctly.
Here's hoping.
Yeah. So, but I was surprised that actually the talk with Richard Taylor, we got a lot of feedback on it, even now still, from people asking questions. And
yeah, we do, and of course those are questions that will have to be answered another time.
Yeah, but he was willing to, and he already promised that he would be here. So maybe for 0.19 we can, maybe before the release of 0.19, get him in here, and we simply maybe can reveal something, or you know, we can ask.
We can ask him the ultimate question: cats or dogs?
Cats or dogs? Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Well, actually, guys, last week I was not present here at Armor Talk, and that's not that I didn't want to be here, because I really do, because I really like doing this. But it's simply me, myself, who simply is having quite a hard time lately. And
it's alright. We're all here to support you.
Yeah, I know, but doesn't mean I will not quit or nothing. No, I will keep doing this, and this keeps me going. So apologies for that, guys, that I was not here last week, because I wanted to be. So that said, I think, do we have something else to add? Question-wise?
To be honest, yeah, actually, the issue of people just still blaming PvE players for everything is something that always annoys me. And it's not being salty. It's just the willingness of people to blame others for
their own bad playing.
Yeah. I mean, we're all victims of, you know, cursing at people and swearing at them.
Yeah.
I mean, if anyone's seen my streams, you know, I'm not partial for that, but I don't do it in game. I just mutter it to myself all the time.
Exactly.
And there was a tag, a signature, a year or two ago during the closed beta. Were you there for the closed beta?
Yes,
it was.
I think I was. Yeah.
It was be a good human being or something to other players, and like most of the people had that, and now that's just basically just disappeared, and it's quite sad to see that go.
Yeah, but I think also that we as community contributors can. I already a little bit do that. The clan that I'm in is not really a competitive clan. We are simply a group of gamers, players who simply stand for having fun and no BS, and just enjoy gaming, you know. And as I told many times, having fun in this game, playing this game, I think stands above all, and that goes for everyone who plays PvE or PvP. And I don't understand the saltiness, or even, I don't know, putting people down. And why? it's not needed.
For some pretty petty reasons too
It's
sometimes.
and I know that majority of the players here are really above 20 already, or in the 20s, early 30s. That I think the majority of players. And why simply put people down, calling names immediately in game, not even started. If someone says hello, good morning, hello to you all, have fun, good luck, and then immediately gets the F word, or and I'm always asking why, you know, why, and I report those people immediately because I don't tolerate it. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that is something that won't be tolerated ever. And I'm sorry to say that I've never encountered people saying "fuck you" after they say after someone else says "good luck, have fun," but that's mainly because of the tag sitting next to my name in game.
No, but the thing is, there is a difference, Sophie, between saying it in a funny way or in a whatever way.
I know, 100%.
You know, and there are people there simply there to because you're
To just hurt others for their own enjoyment.
because you're not from a certain country, for instance. Let's say like this. I'm not gonna.
Like the whole the Polish players thing.
Yeah, exactly. I don't not speaking for all Polish players because I know there are guys really cool, but a lot of them simply as soon as they notice you're not Polish, you're simply ignored, or even shot in the behind or bounced into kill steal, and so on and so on and so on. Why? Because I'm not Polish. Well, it's completely no. I will not accept it. Negative in the game. Why? Not needed. Not needed. Not needed at all. And I will not accept it because, well, okay, it's there, it happens, so no. And then still, I will not accept such behavior. Absolutely never. And I will not let myself be dragged in to be salty back, or I simply ignore or simply put my chat off, switch it off, and that's it. So, and I think we can also do a lot in that area for, well, make a stand about simply not accepting this behavior.
I definitely do not accept that kind of behavior. I mean, more often than not, these people do this kind of behavior because it's not real life. You know, you're not saying this to someone's face.
No, well, yeah, I mean, I don't understand, you know, just simply because they think it's cool to simply. I can tell you something. We have in our community a player, Commander 44. This man is 72 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he plays quite good actually, and he loves to play. Maybe not as high as some other players, but simply the man enjoys his game.
He does. He's having fun, and that is the main thing when playing online games.
Exactly, and a lot of people know him already in game. But as this man simply asks someone, you know, why did you bounce into me? And he gets really foul-mouthed so badly. And I'm saying, my God, you know, why? A 72-year-old man, come on, where's your respect?
I mean, obviously, people don't know that he's 72 years old, and I'm probably more often the aggressor nor the victim when bumping into people.
Yeah.
You know, like, well, not like intentionally blocking them, but just bumping into people constantly because I like to move around a lot.
Yeah.
But I never do anything malicious like, hey, I don't like that particular player, so I'll just. You know, like on the carrier, they're on the ramp, they want to get down, so some people just push people.
Yeah.
They block them from going down the ramp.
Yeah. But simply bumping into someone and saying sorry, that's what I always do. If I by accident bump into someone, I always immediately apologize. And you know, that's the least you can do. I'm dead.
Don't worry, I died as well.
I cannot play and talk, guys. I simply stink. There were already comments on it. Freddy, you stink when you. I know. I cannot do both things at the same time. Anyway, I think this topic will be to be continued for sure, and I think it's also when Fiora's back, I talking and headshot that we are going to talk about it many times, I think, and it will stay high on the agenda because respect for each other is something that I hold very high. So
yeah, I'm gonna steal this from the Clinton campaign. Love Trump's hate. Which, to be honest, so far, I think that's the only good thing that Hillary Clinton has ever done. But let's not get political.
No, because that's a different topic.
A very different topic altogether.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I think that's it for today.
Yeah,
Sophia, and
we managed to do this for almost 40 minutes. So
again, no, great.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, guys, I hope you liked it. We talked about a lot of topics today. Still, we need the feedback. Send it to Sophie, Fiora, or I talking, or Headshot, even myself. If you want topics on the agenda that we can talk about, feel free to comment. Even negative is also welcome, because we will answer. If we can improve something, we'll definitely try to look into that. Anyway, guys, I want to say talk to you soon.
Yeah, and how's my sound system, everyone? I've managed to do it quite a bit.
You sound better now, Sophie.
Thank
definitely.
you. I've upped the microphone volume. So yeah, that's it for I'ma Talk today. Like, subscribe to everyone here.
Yeah.
Give us all some love.
Yeah, exactly.
And leave your comments in the feedback in YouTube comment section. So that's it from Lightfoot Freddy. I hope you've all enjoyed our little chat, and take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.